よし。じゃあ、やりましょう。まあ、1、2回だけやろう。
She came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Man, 最初は難易度カジュアルでいい。あ、いや、ファイヤーでいいよ。
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her three adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson, and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Private area, sir. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
ここはいけない?
A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
なんかある。なんか。え H だ。
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Please do.
If you'd follow me. I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security. I've never seen a place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all.
なるほどね。
Oh, by the way, I told Kate about this text.
What did she say?
Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she just thanked me, said she understood the position I was in. We had a really good talk about it, actually.
Oh, what did I tell you? She's a sensible woman. And that stuff from your ex was like manipulation 101.
I know. I guess I thought she was gonna read into that and freak out. Say I must have done something to provoke her.
Shit, man. Caroline really did a number on you.
どっかでささっと変装しちゃいたいな。
Excuse me? Got some strange noises here. Looking into it. Over.
Hey.
Hey, you! Where do you think you're going?
さすがに俺は入れない。
Through here. Get out of my
I
face.
haven't seen a mystery. I haven't. And I don't give a toss about my fame, if that's what you're worried about. My lips are sealed.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
You assume too much, Madame Carlyle. The crime scene, if such exists, is never where I begin.
Do as you wish. However, I expect a result in a timely fashion. Fernsby will take over from here.
I'm Mr. Fernsby of Butler. I will try to assist you as best I can. Where would you like to start your investigation, sir?
Where's the family? I like to prime the suspects a bit.
Madame Carlyle's family members are all on this floor. Maybe start in the sitting room. If you'll follow me, this way. Priming, you say? That sounds interesting.
It's like planting seeds that will grow into telling actions or words.
で、中でも自由に動ける服が欲しいな。
All day pours emotion into that instrument.
Quite the pose.
とりあえずドライバー。あ、やべ。おーい。もういいわ。殺してったよ。
Oh, my favorites.
入れることはできるが、厨房どこだ？
He gave me his coat and all. Rosie, you need to forget about that. You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance. I deserve romance.
となると、反対側から入ればいいか。
41 guests will attend a funeral tomorrow. There's still a lot to see to, but we're in good time, I think.
I can't deal with all this pretend funeral stuff just now. I know I have to, but
さて、
I'm gonna be a dad.
大体殺素剤があるんだけど、
I shouldn't gossip.
石
That
鹸
other woman is a tad too busy for my taste.
What is it?
She turned up and demanded to be put up in Madame Carlyle's bedroom.
お
Weird that you had
いい
to
の
play it off. It is only fitting. Well, Gregory put a stop
キッチンって殺素剤あるイメージが個人的にあるんだけど、食堂にはねえよな。そこら中にあれだな、息できる場所があるな。
I could do with a cup of tea.
外に出られた。
Yes. That explains a lot.
Bad news, actually. We don't have any Ethel looks everywhere.
You strike me as independent and self-sufficient. Taking a break where the family might see you. Perhaps you're also perceptive. Tell me the first odd thing that comes to mind when you think of the last 24 hours.
Let me think.
First thing, don't think.
Okay. Well, I'm sure I left 20 quid in my locker, but when I came in this morning, it was only a fiver.
No, not perceptive at all.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Gregory, don't say more to that weird detective than you need to.
I was just having a laugh, dear. Must admit, he's pretty good.
What if you believe it?
何か話しかけられるわけでもないと。自分からやられに来てくれるのはどうなの？
If you're dressed like a Detective 47, you might as well act the detective.
情報的
I
なこと
suggest
で
you
大
talk
逆
to the
君。
butler.
図書室。
Mr. Fernsby, I'm ready to see the crime scene.
Very well, Mr. Whitman. If you'll follow me, sir. I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by
Looking
the rather
good today,
unusual
sir.
situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
そうだよ。
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary,
Oh.
Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of
任
this.
せてください。あら。
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor.
なるほどね。
I think the crime scene has more clues, 47. Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
カメラ持ってきてんの？
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
そりゃあプロですから。
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you. Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night.
2つ、
Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
そうね。
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
This is very useful information, 47. So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
are you all up in my face,
How's
mister?
everything coming along, Elaine?
Please.
Very well, Mr. Fernsby.
Behave.
Make sure you focus on your work.
Patrick
I
Carlyle,
don't need one more maid
can you tell me where you were
So
yesterday
watch yourself
evening?
around, young Mr. Patrick.
Don't worry
It's that
about me.
sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's
Yeah.
really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Is that all?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing, really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
仲悪いのね。
Emmer Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Is that all?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Anything else you want to know?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
あとは、レベッカとエドワード君。 いいじゃねえか。どれだ？あとはどちらに？あ、
Rebecca Carlyle,
どうも。
can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whit?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual.
なんか言ってることがちょくちょく違うな。
In the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
あとは、エドワード君。
So I got hold of the officer. He said it was fine enough.
君じゃない。
Patrick token to Madame Carlyle's daughter.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Oh, of course.
エドワードくん、どこいるの？君か。
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'd never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a speech.
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
Certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years?
あ、なんかそんなこと言ってたな。
And the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do to help?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up?
あ、それ以外に。
Zachary found dead in his bed this morning.
あ、
That
それ以外。
planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy. And mother will surely have strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
かわいそうなんか。はあ、あとどこ調べよっかね。
Yes, hi Cassie. It's me again, Edward.
ああ、じゃあほぼないか。そしたらあとはそれぞれの部屋について調べようかしらね。適当に外に出ちゃったけどなんか、絶対遠回りしてる気がする。誰かしらの部屋には着くだろ
う。This is Emma and Gregory's room.
あとグレゴリーの部屋。じゃあ、あそこの、これは。
Now this is interesting. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
A とは何かありますか？
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
わからない。
Sorry, but I think
Yeah, what you said.
あとは、
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
閉まってるな。あ、そっから入れんじゃん。失礼。
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call.
いや、あの証言は本当だったと。
9 p.m. to midnight
いろいろと多すぎ。
last night.
あと音質か。アリバイ確定。アリバイ確定。アリバイ確定。あとはこの3人。あ、銀行のトークンね。よし。じゃあ今度オフィス行ってみます。執事の。マップ。くっそ白飛びしたけど。
How are you today, sir?
Come on. いや、こっちさっき来たところだ。反対側か？あそこが温室だな。よくあれは開くとこう。どこだろう。
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
ここか。あれでも音一致しない。
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself. Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting.
いや、もうちょっと調べたいな。温室とかでちょっと行きたいもん。
Can you please sit down again?
Yes.
If I could just think of something interesting to say during the shoot to grab Rebecca's attention. I had
ここが温室？あの人がいると開けられねえ。ここでいいや。あ。どっから見えてた？あ、すげえところ見られてる。もう。これどこ？あ、ファンズビーのオフィス行く前だ。バールがないといけない。バールがないといけないの。どこだっけ？ 忘れた。こっちだ。
On top of everything, Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick. I mean, that's a breaking heart happening if I ever saw one.
Poor thing.
And that detective asked to come here. Madame Carlyle must have been.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
知って
Painkillers. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago.
意外な場所から視線飛んでくんだよな、そこ。
Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. And 47. The handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it
多
himself.
分視線飛ぶよな。
Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more
あそこ
detecting.
から視線が飛んできてんだよな。ここも来そうっちゃ来そう、視線が。どうしたもんかね。困ったね。後ろは言語道断でしょう。あれが飛ばしてくる視線。ああ、もう、うぜえ。ここ。はい。これは脱出用。
This is a table showing lethal dosages for the poison used to kill Zachary.
Something is circled, 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms. I'd say Madame Carlyle is next in line for a poisoning. Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though. You have uncovered enough evidence to tell Madame Carlyle that Emma is the murderer. Quite the detective, 47. I'm impressed. I suggest you go tell Mr. Fernsby. Unless you think there are more secrets to uncover.
パトリックちゃんは、なんか、なんもないね。なんもない。
Hello, sir.
Hello.
I haven't heard.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to
Hello,
Madame
sir.
Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
First I've ever seen
Yeah, keep it real.
そういやさ、 これはさ、何に使うの？どっかの部屋で使うのかな？隠せないってことはなんかキーアイテム系なんだろうけど。ここはあの人の部屋だもんね。
I know you have a lot of questions. Some I will answer now. The rest will have to wait. First, Zachary's sudden death is a great tragedy, but also a great inconvenience.
こっちは北なんだ。エマとグレゴリーの部屋が反対側だったから、
No need to panic.
こっちじゃない。エマとグレゴリーの部屋にあったからそっちかな。
You are all adults.
こういう本棚ってなんか使うみたいだね。あ。
An old letter, 47. Never opened. Must have slid under the secret door nearly 46 years ago. It states that Alexa Carlyle's older brother, Montgomery, wanted Alexa to become the heir to the Carlyle Empire instead of himself. Interesting. You're an excellent detective, 47.
I'm ready to present my
Uncovering
conclusions to Madame
truths
Carlyle.
half a century old.
If you'll follow. Lisa?
If you frame it correctly, I believe you could use the information to convince Madame Carlyle that Zachary committed suicide. Maybe you should ask Mr. Fernsby to see her.
自殺ルートもあるんだ。自殺だったんですっていうルートもあるんだね。Okay.
Sir.
Do you know if any new staff?
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
Just want to keep Madame Carlyle safe. I'd like to know about these details.
Yes.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47.
手段動機。
Go claim your reward.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat, please. Go ahead.
Your niece, Emma Carlyle, murdered your brother Zachary.
My niece? Emma is not my niece. She's my daughter-in-law.
And your niece. Emma is the illegitimate child of your late older brother, Montgomery. who you and Zachary killed 46 years ago.
That's preposterous.
You asked me to find out what happened to Zachary. Would you rather not know?
No. No, go on.
I found a letter from Emmer's mother, Jane, who was the fiancée of your older brother at the time of his death. She witnessed how you and Zachary pushed him off the balcony. She believed you did it to steal the Carlisle Empire from her and her unborn child. And she raised Emmer to reclaim what she lost. Marry your heir, Gregory, get revenge, and secure the Carlisle Empire for her bloodline generations to come.
Emma is the daughter of Montgomery and that local girl, Jane.
She is.
Well, the girl got it wrong. I didn't steal anything. I did what was necessary to protect the future of the Carlyles. Montgomery wasn't cut out to take over from father. All heart and no balls.
Emma used the funeral gathering to speed up her installment as the lady of the house, seizing the opportunity to stage Zachary's suicide. She did her homework, used a poison made from one of Zachary's rare plants, found old floor plans from Thornbridge Manor to gain access to his room through a secret passage.
That scheming bitch.
More than you think. I found proof that she will try to poison you next.
Well, I'll have to take care of that. Thank you, Mr. Whitmer. You have not disappointed. I promised you I would reward you generously if you solved the case. So, what do you suggest?
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Edwards, the constant. But how do you... Oh, I see. I expected you might show up. But to kill me, not help me. But I've been wrong on so many things lately, so why not this one? I will give you the file on Edwards. You've earned it. I don't suppose I could convince you to deal with my daughter-in-law now you're here. I would like to see her dead. No? What a shame. I'll have to see to it some other way then.
Greetings,
The
sir.
file you want is in the safe. God, I hope you get Edwards and make him hurt. I need some privacy. Thank you.
ありがとうございます。
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured.
はい。
Time to take care of Madame Carlisle.
さようなら。
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
お
Can't forget his eyes. So swollen.
わーい。じゃ、失礼します。わざわざボートの鍵拾ったけど、ボートで帰らないっていうね。
47. They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
ボート
47. Don't respond, just listen. Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
Oh.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah? How about now?
Over here! Cover me!
Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Szkoda go.
Tell the Constant to start running!
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I'll look forward to your call.
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight. We're all that's left now.
いやー、死んじまったか。とうとう真実を知ったって感じだな。ダイアナさんな。よし、じゃあ、終わりにしましょう。今日はね、終わりにします。じゃあ、お疲れ様でした。